Hi, I'm Whitney Kell, and today I'm reading from Love Cards by Robert Lee Camp. And I'm going straight to the 8's. Now, if you're looking at this for the first time, if you look below in different videos, you can find your birthday and it will tell you which card you are. Now, Google helps with that as well. If you just want to Google my cards of destiny, and it will tell you which card you are according to my cards of destiny. But today it's the love cards. So I'm reading the 8's. Power corrupts, absolute power corrupts absolutely, by Adai Stevenson. Having passed through the challenge imposed by the 7, the 8 represents a multiplication of energy, twice that of the 4. Where the 4 represents good supply, security, and foundation, the 8 symbolizes all that plus more. This translates as power, the ability to affect change in whatever direction they choose by focusing their energies. The number 8 in the cycle from 1 to 10 represents the point of fullness and the time of harvest. With 8's, we see one of the strongest manifestations of their suit, shining examples of what that suit can produce or create. Most 8's are producers and hard workers. They enjoy watching their power manifest things so well and so quickly. But like any of the other gifts represented by our birth card, power can be used or abused. 8's are faced with this choice throughout their life, and it is a dominant theme that many of them are here to get clear about. Power can be used to help others and to create more goodwill and prosperity, or it can become an addiction and a means to escape from inner fears and insecurities. Power stems from the highest power. The highest power is that of God or the Creator. If it is true that all things happen only by the will of God, then when we are given some power to play with, we tend to feel as though we have a divine right to its use. However, just because we have been given the commission of power doesn't mean that we have become perfect and incapable of making mistakes. This is the misconception that people in positions of power sometimes have. Instead of seeing themselves as vessels of God's will, they begin to see themselves in distorted ways. They begin to think that they are perfect and infallible. They begin to imagine they are godlike or in some cases immortal. This is when power becomes dangerous, like giving a real gun to a child. If an 8 person is not aware enough to realize that they are only vessels of God's power, they will make the mistakes associated with the misuse of it. In the astrological natal charts of most, if not all, 8's, you will find a strong element of Scorpio Pluto, or 8 house energy. All 8's will behave a little like Scorpios, regardless of their sun sign. Pluto is the overall ruler of this element. He is the planet of death and destruction, and this Pluto influence has profound meanings to the 8 person. The essential meaning of Pluto and Scorpio is self-transformation. When the Pluto or Scorpio influence is strong within a person's makeup, as it is with the 8's, there will inevitably be some major changes in the person's life from time to time. These changes can range from the way they approach relationships to the way they think or deal with money. We might say that all 8's will pass through several personal deaths during the course of their life. Some part of their personality will die, making way for the new. Like the phoenix, the 8 person will arise from the ashes of their own burial to fly again with new wings. The eagle is the symbol for Scorpio, but it only represents the Scorpio that has undergone this essential transformation. This will be the same use for the 8. They usually attract powerful people into their lives that match their own power. There will be some degrees of power struggles or attempts to control or manipulate until the 8 person learns that the change that is really needed is within themselves. When the 8 turns their tremendous power back into themselves in an effort to make internal changes, they access some of the highest power. Most of the 8's have powerful spiritual cards as their karma cards. These represent the presence of potent spiritual energy. When the little deaths occur for the 8 person, they are assisted by these spiritual energies and are reborn with even more power than before. The new person they become often bears little resemblance to the person they were before. Some people may even have difficulty recognizing them. It is much like the snake shedding its skin. 8s will share the scorpionic legacy to some extent. They are the people that shine forth with all the brilliance of their suit to exemplify the best of what that suit can manifest. Because the 8th house in Scorpio deal with the goods and possessions of others, by necessity, 8s get involved with the finances of others at certain points in their life, often inheriting the responsibility of handling the estates of their parents and others. As they rule, they do well with this and can be trusted to do fairly and honestly manage the funds. Whether it involves the care of the family estate or managing the finances of a family-run business, they perform their duty in a way that is to be admired. The enlightened 8 person stands as an example of someone who has passed through the fires of self-transformation. The power that at one time was turned upon the world outside of them has been turned within and has affected a truly inspired change in them. They become reminders to us of our own divinity. Wow. So see what I mean? If you are in the business of coaching, I think this is something extraordinary to know about somebody that you might start working with. Understanding somebody and being more self-aware of them. And then for me, I like to share this with the people. That's why I've recorded this. I think it's a powerful tool, and I hope this landed with you. You can leave comments below to let me know. Cheers.